It has come to my attention that so many people still do not know the difference between setting the under eyes and baking the under eyes. So this video is here to give you clarity on what the difference between setting of the under eyes is from the baking of the under eyes. I hope you watch this video to the end to get what you actually need, and pay attention both to the video and to the voiceover to understand properly what you need out of this video. Thank you for being here. Ouch, that was a lot of powder ball. Not to worry, I'm just going to use my brush to, dust it off, and then we get right into the main section. You're going to start off by using your beauty blender, beauty sponge to, blend out the creases underneath the eyes. Setting the under eyes is the application of a thin layer of either your pressed powder, your translucent loose powder, or tinted setting powder underneath the eyes, in order to keep your concealer in place and, stop it from creasing into fine lines. It reduces the oiliness under the eye area, and it also brightens the under eye because you are definitely going to be using a brighter powder to do this. So what do you need to get your settings in control? You need your beauty blender or beauty sponge, like I mentioned. You need your beauty puff, which is what I'm currently using now. Of course, you need your pressed powder. Some people would prefer going in with only loose powder, but I always go in with my pressed powder before setting powder. So you need your pressed powder. You obviously need your loose powder, and then you need a fluffy round brush that will not affect the under eyes. With your puff, all you need to do is to pick a little bit of the pressed powder or the setting powder you're using. Don't pick so much. Always endeavor to dust it off at the back of your palm in order to avoid caking it. When you're done dusting it off at the back of your hand, just gently press it onto the skin that's underneath the eyes with the puff. Gently press it in such a way that you're not, ruining your foundation or your base. So you're going to be setting all the places that you used concealer on. Take your time to set the under eyes, the bridge of the nose, the chin, then the forehead area. Set it very well. Don't be in a haste to, do it and then go. The more finely finished the setting is, the more beautiful your makeup is going to come out. And that under eyes is very, very critical. So that's it for setting the under eyes. And then if you look at this video, at this point, I'm currently trying to set the whole face. So at this point, you are going to be using your pressed powder to set the whole of the face. This particular procedure, you're trying to lock in your foundation so it doesn't smudge, so it doesn't run, so it comes out dry and skinly finishing as well by the time you put your setting spray on it. So I basically use my powder all over the face, and then did my contour with a darker shade of powder from the same palette. I contoured the cheekbone, the temple of the face as well, and then did my nose contour with the same shade of powder. I believe everyone knows how to do nose contour, but if you want a tutorial on how to contour the nose, let me know in the comment section as well. After this process, I did my blush, which is a very, very important step. Anyway, this setting process, you have to do this, the point whereby you have to do everything that is dry, everything powder, everything dry on the face. So I have to do my blush as well, but that doesn't mean that you cannot do your dry blush later on. So before I proceed to set the whole face, I use my small blending brush or powder brush then to go in with my setting powder, just to smoothen out my blush and also make the eyes pop more. If you look at this video very well, you definitely see the difference adding the setting powder did in this look. So the next step is going to be the baking process. But before the baking, of course, you have to set the whole face with your setting spray, to melt your powder and give the look a skin-like finishing. So this is the baking process. The baking process is not difficult at all, and you need basically the same puff and your loose setting powder. So for your setting, you are taking a thick layer of the loose setting powder and you're putting it in the specific areas where you need it. That's underneath the eyes, the chin, the bridge of the nose if you want, the forehead, and then you're going to use it to do your reverse contour as well. And after which you're going to leave it on the face to bake or to just sit on the face for a few minutes. So in this process of makeup, we usually do leave it till the end of the makeup process. So it's going to give you a more defined look, and it also makes your work much, much more professional, and it gives you a full glam makeup effect. So the difference between setting and baking, the major difference is that for baking, you are packing a lot of product and you're just keeping it underneath the eyes. While for setting, you're putting a thin layer of product and then you are blending it out immediately to give you a finely blended look. This is the end of this video. I hope you're able to learn something about setting and baking. You're able to differentiate, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe to my channel and drop a comment, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.